Hello everyone, publishing the book Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and Bangladesh, The Quest for a State. It's becoming a long and anxious journey for the writer because we are trying to mix several histories together. It's an exhilarating journey because we are trying to discover what really are the historical forces that pushed Bangladesh over time, and it became a reality, a political state, a social state, an economic state. In looking for that, I have felt that if we want to understand our history, we need to understand the history as it was produced by the peasantry, again, the greatest force in history. How the middle class allies itself with the peasantry, how the middle class understood the responsibilities it had as a middle class, how it could make this alliance successful, was what the narrative and description it was about. It is also a book about Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and I'm very happy I've been able to write a large part of the book showing the background that reached a point where Bangladesh became inevitable, which was in the 40s in my opinion, and the leadership would go to a person like Sheikh Mujibur Rahman who did understand what the roles various groups could play. And that to me is very important. And as I do this work, of course I'm nervous because it is like the accumulation of all the work that I have done over time. My understanding of history. It's not really about a state, it's not even about a person, it is about history. And if we can pull this together, at least we'll have a new perspective on the forces that has produced Bangladesh. As I've said, Bangladesh was built in stages over time. It did not suddenly jump on the stage and declare itself. It was happening till it reached a point in 1971. And as anyone of 1971 history knows, the peasantry played the most significant role, and the peasantry remained the great connection. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's greatest significance is that he represents the forces of history before 1947 and the forces of history after 1947. He is the connector, and that is why it is important to understand Sheikh Mujib not in isolation but in the context of a wider, larger, longer, much distant history. So I hope we can do it.